We're starting our roof inspection. Roof generally looks good from here. First thing to point out is the roof vents. There are some exposed nail heads, and it's not terrible, but it's probably better to put a little caulk over these nail heads, and that makes sure that you don't get any moisture seeping down along the shaft of those nails. The valleys are well made up and move the water effectively off the roof. We have a skylight here on the roof. Glass skylight, metal frame. No indication that any of the seals have gone bad. The flashing is still well developed to move the water around and away from the skylight. Although we do still have the exposed nail heads, that a little bit of caulk on those should make everything nice and tight. More vents, plumbing vents. See, there's nail heads that have actually been caulked. Our plumbing vents, the rubber boot is in good shape, keeps all that moisture out. This is likely the vent from the water heater. And more of your roof vents. The attic appears to be well ventilated, so hopefully it's as dry as I expect when we get in there. A little bit of granules from the roofing shingles in the gutter, but nothing terrible, nothing that's blocking these gutters. Mud and dirt, but still functional. They could stand to be cleaned out just a little bit. Let's see how deep it is. Yeah, it might be time to do a little cleanup there. Your drip ledge is in good shape, made up nicely. Your trim, though, is starting to show some signs of chipping and peeling. Probably not a real good quality paint used in the beginning. Get that all cleaned off of there, and a new coat of paint should make everything nice and dandy. Do you need to be careful in the summertime? Evidently you get some yellow jackets and wasp nests up this way. You get your general flashing. It goes up and behind the siding, takes any of that moisture, moves it away. Get a side view here, just ever so subtle beginnings of cupping, which is not a problem. That's just the nature of how these shingles react over time, but still laying nicely. They're on there nice and tight. We got a few shingles over here lifting up. It appears that, yeah, there's some nails up in there that are starting to come up just a little bit, and those need to be popped back down or lift that up, pull the old ones out, and let those tiles lay back down again. I only see a couple instances of that, so nothing terrible. We're on the back side of the house now. Again, lots of roof vents. Keep that attic space ventilated and dry. Now here we've got one plumbing vent that the rubber boot is starting to dry, and it has split just a little bit. So here pretty soon you may want to look at getting this boot replaced to make sure that that seal stays nice and tight and doesn't let any rain or snow in. There's a few of those nail heads popping up again under some of these ridge shingles. Just driving those back down or pull them out and pop some new ones in. Little caulk should hold those nice and tight. The gutters in the back. Someone lost their Matchbox car, probably a number of years ago. Boy, there's one right out of the 70s. Looks like a Nova, 72 Nova. Just a few things up in here, a couple of rocks. A ball, a little bit of clean out on the gutters should take care of things nicely. Entering the attic space, first thing to notice is your heating unit and air conditioning unit are located up here in the attic. There's a walkway and lights to be able to get it to them, and your flue from the furnace goes up there and out the roof. Initial observations are everything's dry. It is raining today, so if we're going to get some moisture coming in here, we'll probably be able to see it. That large insulated section right there is the skylight coming down, so you can see that's well insulated. You also have some other vents that go up and out the roof that are also ventilated. Insulation still looks quite good. The 2x4 truss work, I don't see any injury or damage there. And there's a vent from the master bathroom, insulated, going out through the roof just as it should. And we can see the insulation depth right around 16 to 18 inches. This is kind of a low spot. There are other areas where it goes 18 to 20 inches. So pretty good insulation up in here. Should keep you toasty through those winter months. This is the electrical panel located in the garage. It's an open wall, so you can see all your wires coming down. It's a square D panel, 200 amp main breaker. And the good news is you've still got some available slots in case you want to do any kind of addition or add a hot tub or something. Everything's laid out pretty nicely. Let's go inside and take a look. We're on the inside of the panel. You've got your service mains coming in. Your service ground comes into your main switch. Your lines coming in to each breaker. Individual breakers have single tap, which is a good thing. Coming over on this side again, single tap. Notice these three particular breakers right here. Those are specialty breakers. Those are called arc fault circuit interrupter breakers. And those go to the circuits in things like bedrooms, living room, family room, dining room. And those are a newer type of breaker that go a long way in helping prevent fires in the house. So it's good to see that you have those installed already. Got your ground wire coming up from the ground rod outside. Let's take some temperature readings. Everything in that panel appears to be nice and cool. We are down in the crawl space of this house. First thing I noticed, which is a very good thing, is when they poured these piers, they poured them generally into some sort of cardboard tube. And they also removed that cardboard tube when they were done with it. That's very good from a wood-destroying organism standpoint. I don't see a lot of houses where they have, in fact, removed that. So that speaks highly right away as we get down into the crawl space. I also see a good assortment of insulation, and it appears to be pretty well supported. One of the things I do see is we've still got some construction debris down here, and leaving that down here does create those conducive conditions to bring your wood-destroying organisms, either termites or carpenter ants or something like that. So cleaning these kind of things out of the crawl space is definitely recommended. Drains all look good. Insulation and vapor barrier in place. Alright, what we've got here, we've got a spot where it looks like this is the dryer vent, and something has blown out that vent because we have hair, we have a lot of dryer lint. Let's take a closer look. Alright, what has happened is the dryer duct has pulled away from the duct that goes up into the laundry room. So all that dryer venting is coming down here into the crawl space. See there, basically what happened is the duct tape has given way. That'll need to be put back up against there, and then this duct should be supported a bit better. Yep, that should go up there like that. This is that dryer vent. Somewhere along the way the supports have been lost, and it's buckling, continuing to buckle down in here. So that whole dryer vent line needs to be re-secured and then supported. This is the corner where your main water line comes into the house. Everything looks pretty dry over here. Alright, we have a little bit of a stress crack here in the foundation. It's very common, normal. Because it goes vertical, that's a good thing. That's normal settling. Not going to be a problem because there's all kinds of rebar running along in that foundation. So that'll hold tight. Just normal settling cracking. Although here at the vents, it looks like some water may be coming down in here and putting a lot of yard debris through there. So I recommend checking to make sure that the sprinkler system isn't spraying directly up against the house. You want to make sure you keep all that moisture outside of the crawl space. Keep it nice and dry. There's some more construction debris. That should probably come out of there to not entice those wood-eating insects to come under here. And so far, it's nice and clean. We've got some indication of some past water on this post here a little bit. Still plenty solid. Again, may have just been left over from the days of construction. House is only a little over 10 years old, so That can be left over. Hello Heidi, I'm Larry, your dream home inspector, and I hope you enjoyed the inspection videos of your new home. I also understand that you've only ever seen photographs of your house. So I did a little quick video walkthrough so that you can see how the rooms all tie together, and during your long drive over here to Washington, you can think about how you want to lay it out and furnish your new home. I hope you like it.